For our video project, we chose to interview established professors and ask their opinions on new media use in the classroom. The first professor interviewed is Dr. Lealle Ruhl, who focus on political science and feminist issues. The second interviewee is SFU's Head of Communication Department, Dr. Martin Laba. We are also interested to see how these educators have adapted to the new forms of media in their classroom, if at all.
So you've noticed the rise of different framing for media and engagement with that. Have you noticed an uptick in students getting their news or engaging through things like Twitter or social media?
As an academic, I'm always intrigued by how those stories are covered and what particular aspect gets picked up and how much gets dropped out. It offers a great incentive to the distractible, but often what you need is more focus and more dedication to a particular story or topic to understand it. I'm not sure this particular form of media does us any favors with regard to building those skills.
Fair enough. And on the accessibility front, do wonder your perspective on the print books versus Canvas or like online learning tools like that. Do you think it improves accessibility maybe to kids who otherwise wouldn't buy the textbook, or maybe doesn't encourage people to do the readings necessarily?
I think there's such strong incentivization for making access payment dependent. I think it's just putting the burden of facilitation on the backs of students instead of keeping it in the institutions.
Some faculty members within the education system have struggled with the effects of mobile media devices in the classroom to the point of becoming quite reactionary in stopping their use. In March of 2009, the principal of Port Hardy Secondary School grew so exasperated with students sneaking in cell phones that he purchased a signal jammer which blocked all cellular access in the building. After receiving an emailed notice informing him that such practices were illegal, he sheepishly disabled the device. He still claimed, however, that the incident only further demonstrated that, in quotes, some people are attached to their cell phones and no wonder we have a problem, end quote. What are your perceptions of the shift towards open text resources or subscription-based text resources online from textbooks?
There is a major shift in the educational context in the move toward open text. And the fact is that the old style approaches don't speak well or effectively to a completely new and open online environment that is much more appropriate to the social and cultural lives of students, quite frankly.
What are your experiences with the use of mobile media in lectures, so student body and the faculty?
Like most professors who've been around a while, there is a anxiety around the use of mobile devices. It seems to me arises from a persistence of a medieval model of education. We often refer to it as the sage on the stage. I give you this material, thinks the professor, students write it down, and you'll be tested on it later, so it's, transactional. Many professors have felt a sense of resentment. So professors it seems to me many are insulted. The lecture is blah, 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 and the students are just going wherever they want to go, a universe that is unencumbered and unbounded. So we need to strike a balance. The balance between meeting our students at least halfway on their own social and cultural ground. I don't believe in prohibitions. Students will do what they do in there. It can't be this unidirectional, simple, apparently transactional approach anymore. The fact is that the university classroom, I think all classrooms, are becoming increasingly boundless. So this idea is we've got to work with all of those contexts, and we've got to work with the real social and cultural lives of our students.
In conclusion, new media has had a myriad of effects on changing the classroom and learning environment. There is the potential for good use, but old ideology and profit protection needs to change before we see clear benefits.